Thanks for stopping by. Today is July 25th, 2026. Has some pretty technical, dense slides. Hope you can hang in there. If not, I understand. Let's get going. So I'm Greg. I'm part of the crew for the calendar invite server for AWS. Here in this slide overall, number one starts the calendar invite server pipeline. The pipeline is used by calendar clients. Those could be human or AI browser operated calendar clients. The calendar clients themselves create, read, update, and delete data inside the calendar invite server. So as I move from number one to number two, the number two stack here, if we look at it all encompassing, is our AWS stack for the AWS Marketplace. It is a set of APIs and Lambda functions that build out the calendar invite server pipeline. That pipeline has trigger and display APIs. So as I move you through the stack here from 1 to 2, people or AI operators operate the calendar client, and they send data to this inbound SES box for the calendar invite server pipeline by using a create command. This create at your domain command is set up when you install this stack here, the calendar invite server in your AWS account. And within the AWS account, you configure under AWS SES this domain, and this domain becomes the ingress for data into the pipeline itself. The data itself is disassembled and reassembled on the fly using the calendar invite server REST APIs. And I'm going to stop right there and then get down to the 9 APIs here in the pipeline. These pipeline here are this overall pipeline driven by the calendar client by human or AI operator has these 9 APIs, and these 9 APIs drive display data and they auto-generate pages on demand. These auto-generated pages are for the NBA, MLB, and NFL. We started there since they were the hardest pages to develop. This has been an ongoing series actually driving data into these pages with our REST APIs. So as you come down this pipeline here, I'm displaying the calendar invite server organizational review here, or the view of the data. This data is piped in the pipeline here, and when we pull the get APIs for display data, we can serve up the calendar invite server organizational view, or what we call the organizer view here in number 3. So I move from 1 to 3. The pipeline itself is full of data now, and the data is displayed in these pages. They generate these automated pages for the schedules like the MLB. Someone like Mandy comes in and she has shared this page. She puts in her email address here inside this page in number 4. She clicks a button or two, in this case here, gets the calendar invitations here in the pipeline. She says yes, no, or maybe here. We gather the yes, no, or maybe from the individual calendar invitations that are sent out via these embedded calendar invite server web pages and or complex schedules in this case. And that data now is retrieved here in number 6 back up to the API gateway. So that's the flow from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. This flow here is sometimes better viewed as we slice it up, obviously, sending calendar invites with AWS on the calendar invite server for tens of use cases. Again, these are just 4 use cases we ship with. We ship with upcoming pages being auto-generated, upcoming event pages or complex schedules can be generated. Then we allow for a browser-driven VIP list, so somebody can actually upload a batch of emails, pick out a scheduled event, click a couple buttons and send out the calendar invites to a large audience, say 500 to 1,000 at a batch run. And in addition, we allow the ability, built-in ability to do RSVP buttons. This is the way our technology started, and that is embedding the RSVP button itself into a call to action button in one of these email providers. We actually have 50 of them. I'm just going to stop right there with MailChimp and Klaviyo and SendGrid, the big three. What we do there is give you the code, you embed it into the email template, they click a button and they get a calendar invite sent back to the email address. Now, this workflow here, 1, 2, 3, 4 is a little bit clearer. We have an embedded calendar invite page. This page here is embedded with the pipeline itself. These are just not downloadable iCalendar files. This is a fully lit up calendar invite pipeline. So this pipeline, someone like Greg here puts his email address in, clicks the button, gets the calendar invites here in number 2. So 1 to 2, and then 3 is someone like the organizer. He or she would log into the dashboard. They would see this collected data from the calendar invites back to the API gateway. And number 4, the organizer could actually download a granular report specifically for that event. Now, the status part, which is really cool, and I'm winding it down here to keep it under 5 minutes, is from 0 here back to create@yourdomain.com. Data goes into the pipeline itself, and number 1, number 2, he or she picks out the calendar events in which they want to go to. They click the button here twice. The data is in, back to the pipeline here. Organizer logs in, sees the data, and then can get a granular report. The importance of this is actually the attribution part, whereby the operator over here, the organizer, can continue to update data once the data gets in the pipeline, meaning that they could actually update the calendar data, and the update data would flow to the display APIs, and they would trigger updated calendar invites to go out for promotions. So if a customer of yours receives an event from the embedded calendar invite pipeline, you can actually go back and use your calendar client since we create a sticky session here with the technology in which we've built. So that sticky session allows the original organizer to actually update data on the original calendar client, and or an AI operator browser could actually update it, and they could insert new information about a game for a promotion itself, and then have the data itself trigger and update the calendar invites downstream. So that's the end of the quick talk, and thanks for stopping by today on Saturday, July 25th.